Sitting here on this beautiful Hawaii weekend, I had a thought. Might be fun to make some videos going over some YC startups, come up with some marketing plans, how they can get their next 100 customers. And I thought I have an even better idea. What if we speed ran every single company in a particular batch? So, welcome. That's what we're going to do today. We are going to run through every company in the spring S24 YC batch. My name is Ryan Hunter. I'm okay at marketing. I'm okay at coding. For the last 7 years, I've consulted and worked with companies doing 500 million a year in revenue, 5 million, all the way down to coaching and helping freelancers who haven't made their first 5,000. So I've said my brain is like a language model that's been trained on thousands of business models, marketing strategies, distribution plans. And so let's put that to the test today. So here on the screen, I got the YC startup directory, and let's do by launch date, and let's pull up, we'll include the fall, and let's pop that in there. I'll just go all industries, and we have 258. So that's a lot. But my goal here is to get through every single one in this single video with no cuts, no edits, no breaks. We're just going to sprint through. And some of these industries I have more experience in, other industries, not so much. But from the amount of different companies that I've worked with, I've seen a lot of patterns. And so we're just going to run through, and should be a good bit of fun. And if you're a founder, if you are building something, maybe you're YC, maybe you're not, hopefully this large cross-section of different approaches, different brands, you'll start to see some of the patterns of marketing and see how you can apply them to your own company. So I've got a little bit of coffee, got a stopwatch, got pen and paper if I need to make any notes, and let's get started. So the stopwatch is running. I will try to remember to hit lap every time I hit one. So we're going to jump into Pair AI first. So Pair, they've been blowing up on Twitter with some controversy because they're one of many cursor inspired startups. So let's just jump on in because I don't have time to waste. 254 is a lot to get through. So Pair AI. And again, I haven't gone through pretty much all of these. This is completely off the cuff. So Pair, open source AI. The goal here is going to be positioning, product market fit, and also distribution. So let me write that down just to remind myself. And then next, 100 customers. And I like doing this sort of stuff. I've done a lot of speed runs, time myself to do things that people take months and see if I can do it in a day, things like that. So this is right up my alley. So Pair AI, the open source AI powered code editor. The first thing off the bat is this is not new. There are other ones. I think we'll see Void shortly. That's another, they're literally positioned as the cursor, the open source cursor. So speed up your development by integrating AI the correct way, rocket emoji. Afraid of switching editors? No need. Pair AI has a fork of VS Code and continue, so you'll feel right at home. Again, this is nothing new. This is nothing standout. This is a Me Too approach. So what I would say is this right here is just people are gonna roll their eyes and move on. There's not a differentiation. I might go with something and I haven't looked too much at Void, so I don't know about the other options too much, but I would go, I think, extensible. Cursor is rather fixed. I mean, it's great, but it's you can't really extend it. But if you were to build a VS Code backed AI integrated editor that allowed people to build their own extensions or workflows on top of it, that would be a differentiation point. And then in regards to hitting your next customers, you have to figure out pricing. Let's take a look at what they got here. Use your own keys, credit-based model. Yeah, so if you were going with the extendable, like you could build AI-powered plugins, which I guess you could do with VS Code. If you make it in such a way that people want to create particular workflows, or hey, this is like a particular thing that will go through and create comments, kind of like GPTs, but applied inside an editor. That's a differentiation point. That's an interesting thing. I'll probably get some people to want to sign up and purchase that. So, all right, done with that. Let's go to the next one. Shit, that was 3 minutes. We're not getting anywhere. All right, we got to be quick. All right. Well, let's do launch date. Okay. All right, let's go Bramble. Do I have these? Super contrast, regatta. Let's see if I can just open and go down. Make it quicker for me. All right, I'll go. Man, these are a lot of companies. I'm just on the first page, first batch. We're gonna have a long day. I could probably have Cursor or Claude write me a Chrome extension that will open all these in tabs. But we only have to do this like 10 times. Jeez. All right, almost. Oh, it's endless scroll. Okay, I thought I wasn't hitting the 40. Okay, well, let's just move on. So we got Bramble, AI-powered buy-side brokerage with simple flat fee. So what it seems like is they act as the buyer agent. So buy any home with Bramble, get 20,000 back. Now that's a good catchy headline because people are like, why? How do I get the $20,000 back? Looking at a property, get an instant market analysis. That's pretty cool. Let's give it a shot. They probably have. All right, let's just try that. And I don't have the time to go through all this, but let's just see. Okay, let's do San Fran. Folsom. 31 Folsom Street. Let's try it. I'm just genuinely curious what pops up here. Median sale price, median average sale to list, time on market, monthly sales, inventory, new listings. Okay, that's it. All right. So get $20,000 back. AI tools to save you time and keep you on track. From comp reports to disclosure reviews and more, our AI-backed tools help you make offers and close with confidence. That feels a little bit not like missing the mark. Maybe something along the lines of we help you move more deals through your pipeline like rather than general time, but focusing on be able to handle a lot more deals. So transparent, know upfront where your money's going. Unlike traditional agents, our fee doesn't increase based on your home's price. So with Bramble, you keep most of the money in your pocket guaranteed. So that's what I was thinking is get $20,000 back. Something along the lines of stop paying a buyer's agent, 3% or whatever of your fee, just to sign some papers and do some phone calls. That'd probably speak to more of the pain points that people are annoyed by. All right. Thank you, Bramble. Let's move on to the next one. Super contrast. Find the best machine learning model for your use case. Evaluate machine learning models. Help a small social media app find the best cloud solution. Okay, deploy it on the same day. All right, cool. It sounds like it really hits a use case. A new perspective on your machine learning stack. Again, that's like fluffy marketing lingo. And maybe that works if that like hits with the kind of market you're going, but let me hit the lap. Machine learning is famously hard to understand. Super contrast, you can finally see how your models are affecting the customer experience. Okay, so I like this demo. But it's kind of vague. So I would go with, yeah, I think something along the lines of like this, just right up front. What's your use case? We'll find you, or we'll build you a report with the best machine learning models for your use case, something like that. Next 100 customers. Oh, let's go back to Bramble on the next 100 customers. I mean, that's pretty easy. I would say find the brokerages or private equity, just the people that are buying a lot, and just personally reach out to them via cold email and LinkedIn, and ask them to give it a shot. You have an angle for save 20,000. We're building an AI that basically can replace your buyer agent. Don't go to the buyer agents because you're cutting them out. Okay, so for super contrast, this doesn't talk about the pricing. There's a demo. Goes to Calmly. Let's see. Who would pay for this? I would, using Apollo or some sort of Lisp thing, identify a teams and non-AI companies, but probably SaaS, that are being asked to integrate AI into their systems. Maybe not quite the engineers, but maybe somebody a little bit above that who's not quite as technical, but they probably manage the team, maybe product managers. And reach out to them and say, hey, I'm not sure if you are planning to deploy some AI into your program, your application. If you tell us the use case, we'll send you back a report on the best machine learning models that are optimal for your use case to help you evaluate and decide. And you could bring that to your upper management and look really, really smart and probably get promoted. Okay, so we got that. All right, we got a storage, transform S3 into a high performance local disk. Very nice. Access S3 as a local file system, saving 90% on storage costs. Run analytics directly in S3. That feels pretty clear. Unlock the value of your data lake. But that sounds like every other big data company. And again, I know sometimes you want to be airy-fairy when you're going to, enterprise and stuff like that, but the save 90% on your storage costs with Regatta is pretty compelling. That can get people's attention. Pricing. Yeah, I do like YouTube demos of like common apps or common AI use cases and show how or data heavy ones, and create basically a walkthrough tutorial of how you would create a far more cost efficient storage system to use for that app. I would also, when you're ready to expand, go to infra companies like Railway and see if you can, do a deal, because they're paying for storage, and they're probably not using S3 as their as their like on disk attached to container storage. So that's some things there. All right, we got Regatta. All right, we're getting the time down. Okay, Substrate, artificial intelligence for your medical billing team. Automate the click work and data entry and revenue cycle management. Yep, this is going to be a $1 billion company. Tell me it's the first one, but probably they're taking a different AI approach. So AI for medical billing team. That's the thing about in these like kind of legacy industries, is just the word AI can be enough to get people's attention. Automate click work and data entry. Yeah, increasing efficiency, reducing error. I think these people are Substrate. I think you're nailing it. Like definitely defined your use cases and you're speaking to them. So your next 100 customers. Okay. We're talking customers, we're talking seats. I mean, a single customer can be, 100 seats. There's got to be conferences. There's also insurance. I would reach out to various insurance companies. I don't know exactly which contact, but basically find the person at the insurance where what your solution would do for their end users is significantly help them, and then let them intro you to all of the people. That would be a pretty ninja way to do it. Okay, Void, open source cursor alternative. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is an angle, because they're so popular that just offering an open source version it's good positioning. Retain full control over your data, get access to powerful AI features. So, yeah, I dig it. I don't know what their pricing is or if they have any that they have a wait list. Join the Discord. So, but how do they price? Native support for Codebase, Chat, Graptile, local hosting, Llama, document search. So if it's open source, it's some sort of hosted offering. I think it's more going to be like, there's a thing with Cursor, you're basically, you take an entire team, let's say the entire team uses Cursor, they're on the same Git repo. Cursor is re-indexing the entire repo for every person on that team. Now, if in addition to Void as the editor, as kind of the interface on the back end, there's like team-specific shared code-based chat documentation. So you basically have like a team setup where everything for that project, or that repo across the team is already there, like it's part of the repo. That would be a pretty excellent hosted offering that I think people would be interested in, and you could probably just reach out to people and they'd want to try it and likely want to buy it. So got that. Okay, Camphor, the world's first AI mechanical engineer. That's cool. Labs with humans to do design tasks end to end. Build, test, and iterate 3 designs natively on CAD platforms. Yeah, this is this kind of sells itself from what I know about that market. Is just a lot of these things are extremely just time intensive and old school. So they just have a straight wait list. Formula Electric Racing Team. Yeah, I think it's the kind of thing that it's unique enough that they pretty much nail it here. And that means you can do speed. Let's see. So first 100 customers, or next 100, I would say okay, so you're probably working with specific CAD programs. I would reach out to those programs and see if you could do a joint webinar to present to their entire customer list. That's one way that you can go from not known to basically having AutoCAD, if they're still called that, basically introduce you to probably their hundreds of thousands of customers. So that would be an approach. At all, feed of insights extracted from your go-to sources using LLMs. That's a complex sentence. It takes a bit to parse that, so it's not immediately clear. Okay, mobile app that aggregates your newsletters, research papers, articles, and more in one place. Power feed delivering useful content, short insights. Okay, cool. I was kind of building something like this, but specifically for ArcSiv stuff a bit ago. So there's definitely a use case and a desire for this. Bring knowledge back on the scroll. Cute. Your curated feed of short engaging insights from your go-to. Early access. Yeah, so they'll probably be able to find specific types of content that will bring in people that are like begging for something like this. And then if you just show that some of these niche communities like research, it could spread a bit virally there if it's particularly useful. And then, I mean, it's an app, so it's kind of built-in monetization. So if people enjoy it, they're probably going to sign up. So who I'd reach out to is start with Imperial College London, and maybe reach out to some of the professors that you knew there inside, design engineering, and see if boots on the ground. I could see this kind of spreading, kind of like a Facebook thing. All right. I don't know if I missed the lap. I think I did, but whatever. All right, expand.ai. Turn any website into an API. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is definitely a type safe you can rely on. That is good. Instantly build data sets, take care of the hard parts. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I think your positioning and use cases are nailed. Nice fancy site. Scraping made easy. Um, yeah. So I think you're dialed on the angle. Um, and probably have a pretty easy baked in pricing. Token based and so on. So probably already have a good chunk of customers already. But the next 100, I would say, just make some short form content showing. Think of like some common use cases of what people want to scrape or might want to scrape, and just live in like 60 seconds demo how easy it is using your software. That will drive a lot of interest. Seals AI employees for wholesalers and distributors. Okay. Launched and grew AT&T Mexico to 120 million. Yeah, I think this is Seals. Interesting name, but I think there's a clear use case just right there. It looks like your site doesn't like my uBlock. Let's try it. Or just for some reason it just doesn't want to load. So whether that's my side or your side, I'd fix that. And pricing. Okay, I gotta double check if this is me. Let's go to Safari. Well, I'd say the first thing for your next 100 customers is work on that. Maybe it's on me, but yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Let's actually investigate. 402. All right. You guys probably know, but I'm gonna just email you guys and say, um, let's see. Yeah, let's see. We're gonna reach out to you guys. Let's hit up founders. Okay. Because when you see these things, you just gotta help. Your site is effed. Sheedy quota. Hit. Might want to fix. Can't even use your pricing page. Let's drop those two. You're probably aware, but just in case you're not, let's also see Fernando at hireseals.ai. Doesn't pop up. We'll just hit them on that. And but really, great concept. It's gonna smash, right? Cool. All right. Cool. There we go. Did our good deed for the day. So fix that, and it'll help you get your next 100 customers. All right. Hey, Revia, voice AI to automate complex phone calls for healthcare providers. Damn, that's that's big. Web app, mobile app API. That's probably part of it, but yeah, I could see like handling the nitty gritty and then being able to hand it off to a human. Nice. Whatever I call this. Focus on patients, not on phone calls. Yeah, from the people that I know, this is a significant issue. So that's it's gonna be big. Nice log there. 700 seconds. Wow, okay. I didn't even talk to the humans. I mean, there you go. That's pretty great. Yeah. So you can easily just reach out to people directly because this is such an obviously valuable thing. They're gonna want it. Um, I would. There's like conferences or industry groups for particular types of um, health providers, like people that help with um, kids that um, are on the autism spectrum. Then you could just focus on a particular thing, do like a webinar presentation or something like that, get in front of a lot, and that also comes positioning and proof. So good stuff. Random Labs, fully open source software agents, fully local open source software. Don't know if you guys have a website. Let's do randomlabs.ai. They're shipping so fast they don't even have their site up. That's fine. So yeah, not too much to get into on the positioning, but massive opportunity for marketplaces. We'll let people build their things, and then you basically facilitate the sale. It can all still be figure out the open source angle of that, but first 100 customers, I mean, you got to decide on the pricing first, but or just your next 100 users, we can go with that. Yeah, I think if you have a decent onboarding flow, examples in your docs, and you guys post on Hacker News, you probably get 100 users. Figuring out your pricing, it depends on how you focus. So I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I've been forgetting some of these, but let's see. Village Labs. Okay. Helping America's businesses become employee owned. Okay. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, that private equity angle is what I was thinking is go find people that are buying up these businesses and probably position it as a way for them to get back in front of or in front of new potential leads um, by not doing a full outright sale. Because if the people that love this company, but they're going to get to sell, if they can give some to the employees, that opens up a lot of people. So you can also have a back end where as you bring in people and they want to do a sale, you can then facilitate transactions between brokers. That could be very, very interesting. Otherwise, I think the positioning is dialed. All right. Video gen. Cool. Thousands of customers. So yeah, this is a huge thing. I spent a lot of my life in marketing and I've thought about these apps millions of times. Trusted by 1 million marketers, creative professionals, businesses. That's a lot of people. So I guess you guys are good. Yeah, I was just thinking about building something like this the other day. I'm going to send this to somebody who is asking for something just like this. Um, I know how it works for like high end production, but pretty solid. So A plus, obviously. If you have 1 million users already, I think you guys are doing pretty good. All right, let's keep going. Unsloth. Open source fine tuning and training of LLMs. Highly accurate custom models, 30 times faster with 90% less memory use. 15 million monthly model downloads. Okay. Okay, yeah, I can see the branding. 24 hours instead of 30 days. So the question I would then ask, I would add is some sort of mechanism. Because then you talk about the stats of like why it's faster or that it's faster and less memory. Okay, how are we faster? There we go. Okay. Manually deriving all compute heavy math steps and handwriting GPU kernels on select and measure to make training faster without any hardware changes. Jeez. Yeah, I think this is pretty solid. Um, Speaks to a lot of people that are interested in fine tuning. So my idea would be to demo this, um, show like, hey, we're going to train X in 24 hours, compare it to, this other solution or option takes this much time or this much compute or this much cost, and just do a bunch of examples like that, longer form videos, and also you can cut up some short form, and that would be a way to just get the word out that there's a new option on the block. Yeah, I mean, this applies to so many particular people or so many different types of teams and so on that, and it's a pretty compelling use case. So I don't think you'd have a hard time. I'd have to focus in on a particular set of people in order to figure out the best angle for that. But yeah, I dig it. Very good. Rescript, AI regulatory analyst for enterprises. Up, I think. Okay. All right, yeah, I think this is a pretty interesting use case. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those we'll replace a bunch of employees and save you a bunch of time, so it kind of sells itself. So you just need to get in front of people. So cold email would work easily, just personal reach outs. There's lots of industry groups for various types of legal companies for enterprise. So yeah, if it's enterprise, then you've got the particular chief of legal, whatever they're called. You could just hit them. Okay, let's keep it going. Pinnacle. API and SDK for RCS, next generation of texting. I haven't heard of RCS. Maybe that's on me. But messages that show products can be purchased one tap natively. Yeah. I think it's a compelling use case. Rich communication services API. Okay. Interesting. So I haven't seen this. Is this RCS? The RCS. Dang. All right. Um, so I go to ecom companies, or the companies that facilitate SMS for ecom. They drive massive amounts of revenue through SMS. This, like, if I showed this to a variety of companies that I know, they would say, "Can I have this last year?" Because it would have made them tens of millions of dollars. So this should be pretty straightforward, and I think it is pretty solid communication positioning. So good work. Theseus. Yeah, I checked this one out. This one's nuts. Yeah, they have like drones that can like recreate GPS just using camera and Google Maps, which is epic. So they said they closed 8 million in DoD funds. So I think you guys are good. Yeah, it sells itself, and it's very high level enterprise government. So it's not like post stuff on YouTube for demos, but there's a lot of brokers and people that facilitate defense contracts and deals. So you can reach out to them and basically ask them to go find you leads for a certain percentage, and I'm sure you'll have more customers across the world than you know what to do with. So good stuff. BICRA, real-time source of truth for every product screen and user flow. Okay. 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 All right. I wonder if they're like Figma, BICRA. So Product team to 10x product team is cute. Give them visibility. Maybe it's already embedded if the product teams, they understand the problem, and so you don't necessarily need to speak to too much. This is good, hitting on the problem. And so, yeah, I mean, this is a pretty clear use case. I would figure out some estimates of like time or money saved, and then the second order effect of that, which is how much does that allow your team to iterate faster? And also it reduces like the amount of maintenance required for bugs. So in a way, you could position it as we make it so your team can focus on shipping more delightful user experiences versus wrangling bugs and auditing things. So that's kind of pushes like it enables a team to focus more on the revenue and bottom line metrics that they're accountable to than dealing with essentially various forms of tech debt. So, yeah, I'd make a bunch of demos, and then I'd just reach out to product teams, product managers, and you should be able to get some like cold email and LinkedIn. And I think you'll be able to get a lot of demos and probably a lot of buyers. Cool. All right. Simulation and evaluation platform for autonomous AI agents, helping engineers launch dependable assistants across chat, voice, and other modalities. We simulate thousands of scenarios. Engineers don't have to manually test their agents. Yeah, that's pretty compelling. Yeah, this is next level. So I don't know what your pricing is, but the ROI use case for this is significant. So, and it's a problem that people know that they have. So just reaching out to people that are likely in your customer profile, they're probably going to say, yes, please. How do I get this? So I think that sounds like product market fit. All right, good stuff. I'm going to double check on the camera, just make sure it's good. All right, this is taking a lot longer than I expected, so let's just try to run through them as fast as possible. So, good there? Okay. AI sell let's. Okay. AI sales associate for e-commerce. Going on Nike and FaceTiming an AI LeBron James, getting his advice on what shoes to buy. That's huge. Yeah, so I mean, there you go. You're already hitting Shopify, so that's easy. You can find everybody that uses Shopify. You can talk to Shopify. You already know a bunch of brands. This is yeah. No, this is great. Great positioning, great angle.
Massive ROI. You can get some serious distribution with just Shopify plugin. Maybe that diminishes the value, but it also would get you in a lot of stores. So yeah, I'd say good stuff there. First, chat-based code editor. Creates a git commit along with each chat message so it can always stay in sync with you like a pair programmer. Kind of sounds like Aider. Obviously, it's different. Oh, it's applying the git flow to chats. Okay. So strike fear the hard hollow. All right. All right. Yeah, I think this is a pretty compelling and unique use case for AI editors. It's open source. So how do you monetize? I think we're past one. Yeah. I don't know. Nothing comes to mind off the top of my head. The open source ones are, yeah, they're tricky because like it's either way, it's a great idea, very valuable. So digital carbon, images and videos in immersive 3D with AI. Okay. Yeah, real estate. That does. Oh, we might. Can you do me a favor and climb up on a chair and check the I mean, I can pause now. Gotta go look at some Worcestershire sauce. All right, we're back. We did not find the Worcestershire sauce. So, all right, digital carbon. Yeah, this is Airbnb. Yeah, real estate's massive. Yeah, yes. Yeah. Another option is corporate events. So like an NVIDIA keynote. So my dad was a technical director, so he'd have to go to these locations and do site surveys, and then he would build out CAD models of where everything was going to go for the show. Sometimes they do 3D versions of that, but this would be a use case for that there. One second. Oh wait, did I turn the mic back on? Yeah, I did. Okay. Did I have the mic on for the entire last time? Pretty sure I did. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. I guess that's noise canceling versus not. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, I mean, hit up softwares that work with Airbnb and get a bunch of Airbnbs. We have we've had quite a few Airbnbs ourselves, so this would be amazing. Yeah, this is very straightforward and it's very unique. So nice work. Data warehouse as simple as a spreadsheet. That sounds nice. Interesting. Yeah, I think your positioning's dialed. Use case dialed. Flat rate, generous. So who do you go to get distribution? Something along the lines of going to the larger like database or data warehouses and offering it as like an interface on top. Unless you have your own database on the back end. Yeah, no, this is one I have to think through a little bit more. But I like the idea. Proxys developer platform for LLM distillation and serving. Kind of similar to that one that we saw a little bit earlier. Yeah, pretty good use case. So, wait list. I'm guessing distillation is a pretty commonly used term. It's a bit deeper in the game than I've gotten. But if you can offer production ready models at 1/10 the cost, then that's compelling. Oh, we got a couple past it. Let's see. Yeah, I create some before and after kind of examples, like the old way, new way. And it should be pretty clear in your ICP, so I just reach out to them. It's going to be compelling, probably get some meetings, and then you can have those demo videos to show how it works, how people understand. And then if you have the docs and the user experience to make it streamlined for people, then it should be pretty self-sustaining right from there. The model. Look inside the model. Look inside the mind of an AI model manipulates thoughts in real time. Dang. That's wild. Baller. I got the no CSS website. So I'd go back to some of your other YC batchmates, the ones building for healthcare and enterprise, where the responses are like very high. Basically, the error, if something went wrong, is significant. This could be very compelling and helpful use case. So, and I don't know exactly how your pricing model is going to be, but that would be a variety of ways to get some of your first or your next customers. All right. Let's see. Dream RP, AI characters made by content owners. Yep. Epic. Dream RP, I don't know if that's the killer name. Um, because this just sounds like one of those role playing chat sites. But what you're speaking to is massive. Yeah, this is huge. And um, let's just say the non PG-13 applications are probably going to be some of the most significant revenue streams. And then again, you can really do a lot if it's backed by the influencer. So in that case, your strategy is, yeah, getting high profile creators. Now, not all creators are going to be open to chatbots and stuff like that. So you got to figure out that move. But um, mm, yeah, the romance genre, which is just massive on Kindle. Um, yeah, there's got to be some pretty nifty ways to get in front of a bunch of authors and creators like that. So, anyways, great idea. Focus, buddy. I might use this myself. This is cool. Just nitpicky. Stays on calls. Um, you could have ongoing chats with. Nah, that's not better. But stays on calls is like, were we on a group chat or group call, and then it continued. Dang. Yeah, this works. Um, TikTok short form demonstration. Hey, you're off task. Show the interactions with audio and visual. Um, yeah, prime it with your own UGC, then get other creators to use this. Go find, there's a bunch of ADHD um, creators with big newsletters, and this would go viral on TikTok for sure. For sure. Venmo for cross-border payments. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is really the first one, or the first really well designed one, then so okay, two things come to mind is one, um, bill splitting with friends when you're traveling. If you could make it so that other people can pay in whatever currencies they are, and then you get the stuff into your bank account just like that. Nice. Um, and then yeah, I mean it's a network effect, which is the more people and the more vendors that it makes it more useful So finding some way to integrate with, yeah, so you got restaurants and stuff. So integrating with their POS somehow. And this is the kind of thing that will just spread virally, especially through travelers and traveler networks. So I think you're good there. Nice. Real-time code review for AI-generated code. AI for your AI. Real-time feedback suggestions. Definitely a use case. Looks like they might have shifted their positioning. Any programming language or any size. So again, your big thing is this is a very crowded market right now. I don't know what a global code base understanding. Okay. That isn't unique. Personalized memory. It sounds unique. I don't know what that means though. Active task suggestions is cool. So that's an angle. It's like something that actively monitors your code base and provides you an up-to-date, priority list of the highest impact things that are needing to be worked on, or that would drive the most significant value to the users. Basically a paper interaction. How do you get distribution? I'd host a hackathon, decentralized. So do it for like a week or a weekend and set up some kind of contest that for the coolest thing built, like within some constraints, purely with this, or 50% more, 50% of it built using this. And as a piece, have people upload videos of them, what they made or how they made it. So then you can get a lot of distribution that way and give. Mosquitoes are coming out. This is fun. You'll get a lot of. They're hard to get. Anyways, that's a way to make an event out of it and get a lot of people knowing and seeing and experiencing what your setup is. Automating police paperwork. Dang. Police body camera footage turns into completed police reports. Yep. Just basically sells itself. GovCloud. Got him. All right. I don't know who you reach out to police departments. Maybe you want to go to unions? Maybe they'll be resistant. But yeah, since you have such a targeted and valuable thing, going to people that service those could be extremely rapid way to get distribution. But again, I'm not worried. If this works, it's the kind of thing that just it will explode. So, biocartesian, converting biology into digital molecular maps. New cures. Okay. It's definitely beyond my AP Physics and honors Chem. all I can say is this seems compelling, seems useful. Um, oh, we're past a few. Uh, yeah, I'm trying to think of who the end user is. Yeah, biotech firms. So just find email list of biotech firms. I don't know who the contact person would be, but you can figure out how the thing, seeing the 50x more ties into bottom line growth. Um, will help you develop faster or test faster or get approvals faster or etc. Then that will get some meetings. Path Pilot, AI customer experience agent. That's key. So collab with somebody like PostHog. Also collab with that other UI company that we went over. Yeah, so this is pretty easy to get a demo. If you can integrate with, boom, there you go. You already collabed with PostHog. Perfect. So then I'd hit up everybody that uses PostHog and just be like, hey, try this out. And that should make it happen for you guys. Key APIs for any website. All right. Oh snap. Okay, this is something. This opens up so many use cases, man. Whew. Yeah, I had a friend who needed this just like a month ago. This is nuts. I mean, the possibilities that this opens up are just mind-boggling. I don't even know how you do it. It sounds like magic. So again, then what's the pricing? I don't know exactly, but um, yeah, because it unlocks such new things, I would say a variety of demos on how to do stuff that previously wasn't possible. This is cool. Yeah. And just when you get the word out there, I mean, it opens up so much for people to build. So um, I don't see a distribution being a massive challenge with this. Ruby, AI to increase grid connected battery storage revenue 2x. Okay. Generate revenue by charging when electricity cheap, discharging when electricity is expensive. This is massive. I'm trying to think who's the end client. Probably bigger size battery storage. Yeah, there's apparently there's a huge market of people that store energy like this. And so pricing wise, I would say take a percentage on the upside. And that's basically zero loss. So I'd rock that. And you can find those like battery storage, like energy brokers or something like that. You can look them up and find their build a list in Apollo or something like that. Taxo, automated medical billing and coding. So it's kind of similar positioning to that previous medical product. All right, that's pretty epic. Yeah, so I mean, you already got partnership, pretty compelling demonstration. I think you guys are good to go. I think it's pretty solid. So, yeah, I don't think you guys have any problem in getting in front of people. Um, there's got to be people that manage that at the hospitals. Just find them, reach out to them. They'll want to talk. So, noticing this big, obvious, but difference between a Me Too and a holy snap, this has never been done before. Because when you have something, and this is classic in copywriting, you know, when you have level zero market sophistication, any promise works. People just want it. Say, hey, we do this thing. Like, what? Please. So, AI medical summaries for injury lawyers, Olive Legal, double paralegal efficiency. Plaintiff on contingency. Should we eat? What? Should we eat? Okay. Keep going. I haven't finished yet. Okay. Are you hungry? Do you want me to bring you a superfood bowl? Not quite yet. All right, I think this is a weak guarantee. Because A, you're basically saying, if we do it, like, yeah, there might be a mistake. What this is basically saying is there may be mistakes, which of course there are. It's language models at the moment, but a month of services free of charge is nothing. Like, even if you're charging thousands a month, this, like, what is the risk of inaccurate information? It could potentially mean essentially the case is thrown out. So you want a ballsy guarantee. It would be obviously stipulations of, follow the process, but if you do X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 and um, there's inaccurate information in the chronology that harms the output of a case, like, we will personally pay you the fees that you would have received from a successful litigation. Yeah, I know. It could be like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, but that takes the risk onto you. This kind of weak guarantee, just, I wouldn't even mention it. This just makes me think that I'm going to find inaccurate information. And great, I get a month of services free of charge. Like, that, it's like, cool. You found a mouse in your chicken wings. Here's we'll give you a month worth of free fries. Like, that doesn't, just don't even mention it in that case. Um, and besides that, pretty compelling. I would do like a webinar kind of thing, some kind of presentation that's not demo time intensive. And then you could reach out to all the personal injury lawyers or services or industry groups that work with them and have them go through a webinar and be able to see you able to make the case of how much it benefits, and they will probably be very excited. All right. Let's keep on going. Man, we are nowhere near done. If I can get to 100, I think that would be pretty solid. All 240 is going to be significant. I am not on the timetable for that. Anyways, Autumn Labs, Datadog for industrial robots. Okay. A bit outside my experience base, but that seems okay. That seems pretty epic. You can see the yield on the units. Yeah, so I'd say with this and this, you can then drive it into specific ROI bases. So return on time, return on labor, return on expensive people that come fix things, higher uptime, faster lead times, less delays, and that allows you to speak to the things that really make a difference for these kind of people, I would imagine. So, and then it's just find the people and reach out to them. It's a compelling thing. You don't need to just tell them it exists and they'll want to know about it. Okay. Let's go way down here. Okay. Evolvere Biosciences. Making next generation antibiotics that outpace bacterial evolution. Stealthy. Future-proof antibiotics. Yeah, I'm going to say off the bat, I'm not sure who exactly would buy it, but I could see this being extremely valuable. So, I think you'll be fine. Hi, sweetie. Hello. Got baby daughter time. You chasing a gecko? You have a... Hi. Okay. Probably pause for some food. This is taking a lot longer. Probably. I expected it. It's a lot of companies to run through. But I think I need to finish it. I would feel lacking if I stopped at 100. All right. We're going to go handle some things since this is taking significantly, but also very reasonably as long as it probably should, considering the number of companies. So, yeah, we will return to you. Don't touch that remote. All right. We are back. We can see the time on the stopwatch is it's about 8 hours later. We had to tend to some things on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, and the sun's down, so we are inside the living room. You can see the super cute setups that my wife created, that little reading station for our daughter. And then that's our little Isla's little tent hangout room spot. So let's get on into it. Oh, I do these things. This isn't the first time I've tried to speed run something that's not insubstantial. My first one, real one, is writing a sales letter in 24 hours. Most people write sales letters in 2 months. I did it in 24 hours, and I actually recorded the whole thing. And it is, yeah, it's exciting at first, and then you realize what you've actually gotten yourself into. So, anyways, I don't know how many we've done, but let's restart the timer. At least we'll do a lap. And pasta. I don't think we did this one, so let's get into it. All right, so pasta. Simplifying global investing for high net worth individuals. Yeah. Let's see. All right, let's try this. All right. Saving their wealth in a depreciating currency. I imagine this is a pretty big problem. So, build wealth across borders is pretty generic and vague. At least their second hero section hits it for Indians living anywhere on a globally diversified portfolio. We handle, and I do know that working and having a business in the U.S. when you're Indian is actually seems to be rather complicated. So, rupee depreciation. So I think their positioning is fit. I think product market fit there. For their next 100 customers, I think there's some easy ways to show the value of like the ROI basis of this compared to alternative things. I mean, just mentioning the protecting from depreciation is a significant one. So how do we get that message in front of people? Yeah. I mean, I think it's a fit for some social. Is there like an Indian TikTok? There's got to be. Um, I did see something about Indian parents doing WhatsApp chain mails, so that's an idea. Uh, and there's probably a variety of other companies that service Indian clientele, so that's a way you could do a partnership. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, AI affiliate network for financial companies. Yeah, affiliate networks are huge. Okay. Yeah, this is trying to get a comfy seat. I'm not typically sitting at this table. Let's see. Big problem. So significant solution here. Keep an eye out on all your affiliates. Never miss a compliance issue again. It gets the point across. It's not the most Gut punch. Language. Keep track of affiliates is hard. Needles in a haystack. Doesn't mention pricing. AI compliance and monitoring for affiliate marketing. Yeah, it looks like they have expanded beyond pure financial, which is good because there are a massive amount of affiliate networks and companies, big brands. So I see this as a play. You can go to affiliate networks, and there's tons of them, and they're easy to get a hold of because there's affiliate managers. Um, I know a few. I can connect you. And this, yeah, I've gone through this. So this is the kind of thing that you just tell people about it, you get in front of the right person, affiliate managers at affiliate networks, because they're the ones that are facilitating that. And I do know it mentioned, cutting out the middleman, but that's a place where you could significantly get buy-in and find a lot of customers right there. All right. Kyra Health, the AI healthcare workforce. AI agents help deliver patient care at a fraction of the cost. Another healthcare one, which is good. It needs revamping. Okay. So basically like cloning actions, cloning action agent. Um, so again, this kind of thing that you're going to a big healthcare. So let's see. Nice thing is this is understandable to somebody who doesn't understand AI. Agents is not something that they'll know. You deploy the agents, observe their work, update them as they changed. So yeah, for speaking to a person, and probably the video covers it a bit more. I'm gonna try to find a more ergonomic position. This is not optimal. All right, let's just save that. That works. I think that works. Okay. Delay cancellations. Overall, I think it's a pretty solid positioning. There's the question with all these different healthcare ones, the differentiation, where they fit, where they collaborate, and also how easy it is to get these integrated. So where do you find your first or your next 100 customers? Yeah, again, probably starting with smaller practices. That would be just an easy way. And I would say cold call people. It's the kind of thing that people would be willing to try. So, uh, yeah. So my brain's turned down a little bit after the day, but we're gonna keep on rolling. So, wish I had more, but the healthcare ones are a bit outside my specific domain of knowledge. But again, probably some of the ones that I mentioned for the healthcare before would apply here. Okay. Vendura, AI copilot for hardware teams working with vendors. Automate project management, information lookup when working with vendors and suppliers, all with no change to existing workflows, letting hardware teams focus on building and shipping and managing products. Interesting. Projects, files, and more with vendors, suppliers, and manufacturers, all with no changes to your existing workflow. That's a good promise. There's good benefits. And by minimizing the change cost, that's it's a huge thing, because in anything, regardless of the benefits or the return, you also have to think of the costs that are intangible, which is, okay, how much effort is it going to take to integrate this? So the no change to your existing workflows is a very good promise and benefit here. See, I don't know enough about this particular domain in order to really know the problems. I haven't done the research. But one thing I see here is that it speaks a lot about the what. This is really the only benefit mentioned on here. Now, this can be a benefit, but it's more of a feature. And so if I was the target market, whoever I might be looking at this, why would I need an AI copilot for my hardware team? What does it help me do? What does it save me time on, save me cost on? The image is a good example. Yeah, something just feels not quite. And it's hard to put my finger on because, again, I don't know this market much. And so, but what I do is I'd call people that have hardware teams and just figure out, hey, like, probably not point blank, but in that conversation, you probably have already done this. What is the most powerful pain point that they have? And now that's part of your angle going in. And as they use it, you can start to see what are the other benefits that start to accrue from the implementation of this. And then you have additional messaging that you can then bridge to the rest of it. All right. Tabular Copilot for accounting firms starting in Europe. We generate finished ledger entries that users export with just one click. Booking expense accounts, that file is reconciling transactions. Okay. Automated books for the modern accounting firm, free up capacity in accounting. Boom. Expand your client base. Yeah, that's going to speak to people that run those firms. So, what I want to know is what's the mechanism. So we have a lot more benefits. There we go. Automatic account tax determination tailored to the individual chartered accounts. No more document management, AI-powered categorization and sorting of non-invoice documents, duplicates. Cool. And you already got customers. So yeah, this is easy. This is just in whatever channel you can get your message in front of. This is probably a very new promise that they've heard, so they'll be open to trying it. So I don't think it'll be difficult to grow this. All right, Spur AI QA engineer. Test your website with natural language. Never code up another test or hire an external QA team. I mean, the never code up another test is a pretty broad promise. And the issue with making really aggressive promises like that is then you bring up people's skepticism when it wouldn't have necessarily popped up. And now you have to deal with that internally as well. So we handle and automate all functional and end-to-end testing. That's a pretty bold claim. No. Are you telling me it has automatic playing audio? Where did that mosquito go? All right. Got away this time. But I'm watching you. I'm watching you. I mean, I guess my browser was auto playing, but I would not start that with unmuted. Well, it looks like people really like it. So good job on the testimonials here. Yeah, so I think it's a pretty bold promise, but if they can fulfill on that, then that's how you address people's skepticism is a bunch of testimonials, and these are solid testimonials in that they're substantial. They speak to the experience. They're not just like a sentence or two. They get into some details. So you got to book a demo. You got to sign up. Yeah. So who I go for? Yeah, I mean, you got your people right here: product, director of engineering, delivery, and so with that kind of bold claim, if you can back it up immediately, then you can just do direct outreach and get plenty of people to give it a shot. Good job, Spur. All right, standard data. Building LLM connectors to integrate manufacturing data. Oh, we got a post Palantir founder. All right. Looks like they might have pivoted or they haven't updated their site. Yeah, I mean, so obviously we have some domain expertise here, so I would defer to them. What I'm seeing in, I mean, the website was speaking to a more of a recruiting side versus what's here on the directory. But in the directory, one thing I'm seeing is a gap between how does that reduce the hundreds of millions of dollars spent. I see, bring it all into one place, be able to query it, get an understanding of the core processes. And maybe if somebody has more domain experience, they just know, okay, yeah, that saves us a lot of money. But that's what I'd want to, how do I want to see around a promise if I was going to approach people with this. But assuming that with their domain experience, they probably have clarity on some very, very expensive problems. And if they're very expensive problems and you tell people you can fix that, they're going to go and they're going to say, all right, let's do it. Copra Bio, genetically engineered viruses that teach your immune system to kill. Whoa. Kill cancer. Whew. All right. Improve survival from 0% with the current FDA-approved treatment. Makes me wonder, why would you call that a treatment? Not that I laugh at cancer. I've had a bunch of cancer in my family, so I guess I have some laughs that I can. But 90%, that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, if you can help kill cancer, well, I'm not going to say cure, but um, I don't think you're going to have a problem marketing. I think this is the same stock footage, stock image somebody else used, a different startup. But that's a catchy angle. A cancer immunotherapy, it turns cancer cells into biofactories, minting their own destruction. I believe one of these founders was a poet in college or high school. So, yeah, I'm going to go with if you can deliver, you'll be good. Because killing cancer is something I think most people can get behind. So, I say keep on keeping on. Boosting contracted revenue for US healthcare providers. AI-powered analysis of healthcare contracts and payments to help providers detect underpayments, compare the negotiated rates, and identify opportunities to boost revenue from insurers. If you know senior finance execs in health systems, partners in healthcare PE, or mid to large sized healthcare practice owners, please do connect us. We won't waste their time. That's good. All right, let's see. So I think this is a problem that people would be open to solving. First question that comes up here is HIPAA. I think we passed one. It's kind of, generic. Boost contracted revenue is good. The how, this is a mouthful and it's a lot to kind of get somebody to grok. So if you could like collapse it into a single kind of phrase, then it would, classic elevator pitch. What's but into like a single phrase or set of words that a they probably have teams of people for this. So you just figure out what that team is called and you say, hey, Mr. Exec or Mrs. CEO, we have created an AI that basically does what your blah, blah, blah team does. It does it in a 10th or 100th of the time at a fraction of the cost with far higher recover rates. That would probably get their attention. And then you just gotta just email them, email LinkedIn, just direct outbound. All right, cool stuff. Use. All right, super filter, expert assistant that manages your email. Somebody's starting to do it. All right, cool. I saw people on Twitter that are really looking for this. All right, give you enough context, help you respond quickly, take a look at this corner meetings off your plate. Yeah, I mean, people have been asking for this, so it is good. If you take stuff off people's to-do lists, that's something people will pay for because it's time. And if people have more money than time, and if something that's recurringly on their to-do list, then, and if you can take it off permanently, you have something that can win. The intelligence of an executive assistant is a really good angle because it preempts the objection of what if it makes a mistake or what if it's dumb, and I focus on meaningful work. So this is solid. Your own AI assistant is, pretty common, but yeah, so this is pretty solid. I'd probably go social and do a ton of demos and examples and just help people understand and see what's possible. And I think that would absolutely skyrocket the amount of people that were using this. All right, cool work, super filter. Ares. Oh, this is the Ares. Building low-cost cruise missiles. Well, this is outside my scope of expertise. Um, yeah, I mean, you guys have already got massive amounts of publicity, super unique. All you have to do is have a basic website. Um, yeah, I mean, it kind of sells itself. We make weapons, specific weapons you need at a tenth of the cost. Would you like some, sir? So, missiles are cool. You just got to get in front of the people, which you probably already are. Um, yeah, so similar to the drone startup, if you can actually deliver these, which the manufacturing is it's a whole thing. But I mean, this is a massive business. It's not hard to reach these people, and they're probably already watching you, and they'll probably reach out to you if they haven't already. So have fun making missiles because that does sound fun. Baseline AI document creation and data management for clinical trials. I think I saw this somewhere. Yeah, they automate the entire process for doing clinical trials. Translated to 27 million direct cost plus lost revenue saved for a single phase 3 trial. And then you got all these pharma companies, which is what they need to do. They need to do the trials in order to go through. So this is the kind of thing that's like I've been praying for this. Thank you. Boom, hitting with the savings right out of the gate. Phase 1 and phase 2, this is good. Okay, I think this is PMF. I think your positioning is dialed. You got all the lingo that I'm sure the target market is all about. So just find the people at the pharma companies, email, LinkedIn, phone call, and we should be absolutely flooded. This is just one of those things that, like, if you can deliver this, it's massive, and you already are clearly articulating the promise and the value and the ROI. Nice work, baseline. All right, Kira, DevOps Copilot for software teams. It's out of the gate. This is the 10th AI Copilot thing. The DevOps angle is unique, though. Integrates directly with services like AWS to help respond to instances. Did they spend devs spend 30% of their time managing cloud infra? We cut that by 10x so teams can get back to shipping features quickly. I would just, rather than doing a percent and an X, I would say, we take it from 30% of the time down to 3% of your time. So that your team can be, more productive and have an extra 27% time to ship things. Let's take a look at this. I'm not seeing bleeding neck type problems. Kind of things that people are like, yo. Then again, don't necessarily want AI handling the bleeding neck problems, but these, that's a Google. This requires, did the fix work actually require specific help? Can you roll back? Gives you the code. Yeah. I think adding some more examples of kind of more critical issues that people come up with, and then yeah, once you have those benefits where people are like, I've been asking for this, then just direct outreach, go to the DevOps teams. Interesting, Kira. Weave, personal robots for the home, ship in 2025. Oh snap. Singularity is here. Like how their name is kind of like we have robots. I think people have been asking for robots to do the laundry for a long time, so I think you got your next billion customers. At some point, when you have distribution and manufacturing, like I mean physical distribution, then doing a like 15 to 20 minute infomercial style, that will probably blow up on YouTube by itself, but then you're running that as paid on like digital TV, YouTube, like YouTube TV and things. Check out the Samsung robot ads. They're like their version of Roomba, and this is going to be high ticket, probably high LTV. I'm sure there's probably subscription built in, so it's the kind of thing. 60,000. Nice. Yeah. You'll be you will not have a problem. If you can do this, you will not have a problem finding people who want a robot to help them do their laundry. All right, we are getting down the list. Okay. AI procurement specialists for manufacturers. 500,000 procurement specials. Damn. It's kind of intense to read something that basically is saying we're removing 500,000 jobs. I know it's not a new thing because we have Uber, we have Waymo, and it's been happening. It's been inevitable. It's not a surprise, but yeah, to read our AI agents will replace 500,000 jobs in the next 10 years. And I don't doubt that. And it's also how many other companies like this. Again, I know this is not some novel new concept. It's just, it's kind of hitting me in a unique way. And I've got a daughter, what's the world gonna be like? This is the question I've been asking myself for years, for decades. How do you prepare when you can't prepare? When the world is shifting so fast? What are those 500,000 people and those 500,000 families? Do we figure it out? Do we find a way to ensure that everybody can monetize and generate sufficient amount of income in order to feed themselves and their families? Or do we not figure it out? And then multiply this by a million, and what's happening? I don't have the answers, but we're going to need to have some kind of answers soon. Anyways, Pam. Does Pam not seem like the archetypal uh, procurement specialist? Yeah. Again, this is one of those things that saves so much money that it's a no-brainer. And this speaks to a lot of the benefits, the ROI, the amount of employees they'll be able to fire. So yeah, if you get this working, just let the people know, hey, you can fire that team and save, you know, a million in overhead, and you just pay us 50 grand, 100 grand a year. So I don't see an issue with getting this out. Man, I didn't know this was going to be hitting me in the feels. Reworks, external software and APIs that don't break. Agentic AI companies to integrate with external software instead of spending weeks integrating with traditional APIs or writing custom scraping scripts. Teams use reworks to build browser-based integrations that don't break. Convert any software into reliable LLM-ready APIs. What's the deal? I guess is that like a HTTP colon / deal? Um, so yeah, I mean, this seems like a very cool and useful technology. The question would be who is the end user that goes, this is exactly what I've been needing? I'm sure there's quite a few. Again, it's more of a thing that it's so wide ranging because it's an enabler. It's like it's a new way of interacting with previously uh, closed off walled gardens. And because of that, it's not a, hey, you have Y problem, here's Z solution. So it's more of showing what's possible and then becoming a tool in these builders toolkits. So I would go with the having a variety of examples and then probably that hackathon idea. Basically incentivize people to build with the tool and then talk about it. That would generate probably the most significant amount of inbound. All right, tax GPT. Automating tax research, client communication, onboarding flows, and secure document collection. Yeah. I mean, if you just build a tool that helped accountants get their clients' tax paperwork in. Yeah. You add in, we follow up with your clients so they send your stuff, send their documents by the necessary date. You'll probably be set there. So it looks like they already got clients, testimonials, use case. So I think your positioning is on point. So yeah, I would go industry, do like a presentation webinar to some accounting, either like a complementary competitor, somebody who also services the accounting niche, or some like accounting industry group, and you can get the message and the demonstration out to a wide amount of people. Okay. Saturn. Compliance back office workflows for wealth managers. The best operating system for wealth managers. I guess I should read this out loud if anybody's listening. So AI-powered operating system for wealth management. Let's go to the website. Combine data through industry-specific integrations, increase value provided to clients with purpose-built AI. Okay. So we show the inputs and the outputs. We get process automation, client insights, client reviews, growth insights, compliance. Spend more time with clients by reducing your admin burden. Okay, cool. Resolve cases 2 to 4x faster. Yeah, this looks kind of AI generated. I would probably swap it. I mean, maybe that's a real guy and he needs to take a Benadryl. Sorry if you're a real human. Don't mean to insult you. Yeah, I think the positioning, again, it's kind of vague because it's also a very broad thing. You're trying to create the operating system. The big thing you're going to run into again is that thing we mentioned earlier, which is the change cost. And so if you can get more clear on the specific benefits like you have here, and then show that it takes minimal time and effort to get up and running, then that's going to make people far more open to trying it because there's less risk in giving it a shot. But spend more time with clients, reducing your admin burden. So you can make that more specific by saying, we reduce the amount of time that you have to spend on administrative tasks from 20 hours a week down to 3 hours a week. And if that's also their team, Then you can say we save your team, each member of your team, 15 hours a week. You can then equate that to a cost of their wages, and now you can basically make a direct ROI claim, either directly or indirectly in the mind of the prospect. They do the calculations themselves. They don't always. You should usually do the math if you can, but that's the thing that pops up is tackling such a kind of broad building an operating system for an industry. All right. Moretta, payments made easy for international travelers. Dang. So if you could do, yeah, if you could do international travel payments by integrating with local networks. Oh, mosquito. Yeah, better conversions. I mean, it's a pretty compelling use case. I don't think finding the users is difficult. It's the challenge in this is building that network effect. Then that's it's a bit beyond the scope of this, what should be 30 seconds per. um, but overall, amazing technology. So, Rocket. Yeah, I don't have any particular. I think this is pretty solid and pretty dialed. So I ran the numbers. I believe we've done 58 out of 254. About 1/5 of the way there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. Humbled myself. I mean, it's getting close to midnight, so I'm pretty beat. Um, I could keep going, but I'd like to do this when my mind is fresh, rather than just kind of like scraping the barrel. So hopefully this has been enjoyable, helpful, insightful. Has given you some ideas on how to better communicate, better position, um, identify the market that your product can serve, how to convert the things that you do, the features, into benefits, and then into solutions of problems. Um, how you can then take those and identify ROI for the end user, which ultimately is what we're selling when we go B2B in one way or another, a reduction in cost and an increase in revenues or profits, more efficiency, less wasted time, and so on. It ultimately boils down to a bottom line calculation. It doesn't always to the person if they're not the owner. Even some mid-level manager still has some bottom line um, that they're responsible for, but it may also be something that makes them look good, and they end up getting promoted. So there's all sorts of different angles. We went to so many different industries today, and we're just over 1/5 of the way through the summer batch. So There's also a lot of patterns that we found. Patterns like the different open source ones or the different healthcare, the code editors, differentiation, this sort of spectrum between this has never existed before and people have been praying for this. It's really easy to just get it in front of people to things that are interesting but don't immediately solve an obvious problem that people would say, yes, that's worth money to me. There's ones that are kind of in the middle. Then there's startups that are tackling a really large issue. And I don't mean like missiles, but more like the operating system for wealth managers. Large in that it's like a very all encompassing thing, which also makes it hard to kind of communicate all of the pieces that it does. So, yeah, this has been a distillation of a lot of the patterns that I've identified over my career, deep inside the world of marketing and distribution and sales and creating campaigns, running ads, just generating leads, generating sales, taking products and positioning them, um, selling them to strangers in all sorts of mediums and channels. And yeah, my wish is that some of this has been helpful and will assist you in your journey, has given you some ideas on how to better position, better angle, better message, market, distribute, and find your next customers, your next users, get that next round of funding if that's what you're aiming for, build a business that generates profits if that's what you're aiming for, and ultimately just turns the idea that you're investing so much of your life into. Hopefully, it helps the chances of that to succeed um, and exceed what the dream that you have for that business is. I believe in you. I'm rooting for you. You're out there in the arena getting bloodied. You didn't stay at home. You didn't stay in school. You didn't stay at a job. You decided to get out there and make something. Open yourself up to the critics, to say, hey, my idea has value. You should invest in it. You believed in yourself. You also then have taken on responsibility of investors. This is showing up. That's what I'd call it. And to any founders or builders who haven't raised, haven't gotten millions of dollars or $500,000 in funding or went to an accelerator, there are certain things where investment is necessary, like cruise missiles. They're probably not going to be able to bootstrap cruise missiles. There would be a way, though, but it would be pretty ninja. You basically have to figure out how to get the government to front it or somebody else, and then you have investors. But there are a lot of other things that if you can find something that solves a problem that when you present that to people, they say, that problem is costing me money in various ways, or your solution to this is going to make me money. You have something that is valuable. You should charge for it. You should get the word out there. You should keep building on that. You should get paid well so that you can invest further into growing that, so you can invest in yourself. That's about all I got. Whether you're watching this on YouTube, X, LinkedIn, wherever, I would love if you dropped a comment. Let me know Anything that stuck out for you? Any insights or ahas? Anything you thought was silly or fun? Or if you think that I'm dumb, I welcome it all. Drop it a like, give this a repost, give it a share, get it out there. I think information like this, I've seen the impact of it on a lot of the people, the smaller businesses and entrepreneurs that I've worked with and helped and coached, um, sometimes in a paid capacity, many times in just a free friend to friend, helping out somebody who needed it. Slight tweaks on how you position or angle things that for me are easy to see. Not everybody sees things in that way. They've gone a particular life path. And I remember I didn't always understand how all this worked. It took years and years of obsessive deep dives. But simple shifts can change people going from to like, that sounds, tell me more. And so my final words are learn to market. It's not that complicated. It's human psychology. It's matching painful problems and things that people would like to solve, either big desires or big dreams, or things that are getting in the way of the life that they want to have, or causing pain on a regular basis, or costing them, and thus getting in the way of the future that they would like to have. And finding a way to address, solve, support, remove, reduce, help with those things that somebody desires or doesn't desire. And then finding a way to bridge your communication so that that person can go from not knowing that what you have exists to now they see a different way that life can go. And that's a life with what you've created. And then I would say learn to sell. And again, sales is not complicated. It's very similar. It's that process, just in conversational form. What do people care about? What are they looking for? What are they trying to solve? And helping them see this can do it. So if you can build, keep building, but learn to market, learn to communicate, because the combination of those two is, or those three, distribution and building, it's a powerful combination. All right. I wish you luck. Go kick some butt.